This is not a coincidence. If you're seeing this, this message is meant for you. Have you ever felt that there is someone in your life who seems familiar in a way that goes beyond friendship, someone whose presence feels like a missing piece of your soul that you never knew was lost, and yet you are somehow ignoring the signs that they are your soulmate, signs that are subtle, hidden in plain sight, and often dismissed as coincidence or mere friendship? Sometimes the universe places people in our lives long before we even recognize them as soulmates, and we go about our days oblivious to the energy, connection, and spiritual alignment that exist between us, failing to see the signs that scream, "This person is meant for you," because we are distracted by the noise of daily life, caught up in routines, past experiences, or even fear of intimacy. And as a result, we overlook the subtle ways our soulmate communicates, connects, and resonates with us. The first sign that your soulmate is already in your life is an unexplainable sense of familiarity, the kind of familiarity that makes you feel at home with someone immediately, the kind of connection that feels like you have known them for lifetimes, the conversations that flow effortlessly without forced effort, the shared laughter that feels like an echo of a memory you cannot place, and even the arguments that somehow feel productive because there is a deeper understanding, a resonance that surpasses the superficial, because your soul recognizes theirs and vice versa, even when your mind may resist or rationalize the connection as something ordinary. You may notice that their presence triggers a profound sense of comfort and safety, a sense that no matter what is happening in the world, being around them brings a quiet reassurance that you are exactly where you are meant to be, and yet, because this feeling is subtle, it is often ignored or brushed aside as friendship or coincidence. The second sign is synchronicity, the subtle, almost magical alignment of events that continuously brings you together or keeps you thinking of each other in inexplicable ways, as if the universe itself conspires to ensure that your paths cross. The repeated chance meetings, the uncanny timing of texts, calls, or encounters, the shared interests, dreams, or ambitions that are too aligned to be mere coincidence, and the moments where you feel like your thoughts are mirrored, your moods understood, or your intentions anticipated, even when no words are exchanged. These synchronicities often feel like gentle nudges from the universe, reminding you that the connection is not random, but it is easy to dismiss them as luck or habit, missing the underlying message that your soulmate is reaching out to you across the invisible threads of destiny. The third sign is a mirror effect, the way your soulmate reflects not just your strengths but your weaknesses, your fears, your insecurities, and your unresolved wounds, in ways that challenge you, provoke growth, and sometimes trigger discomfort. Because a true soulmate relationship is not just about comfort and joy, it is about awakening, healing, and transformation, a mirror that shows you the parts of yourself that need love, understanding, and acceptance, and if you are ignoring this reflection, avoiding discomfort, or resisting change, you may be unconsciously keeping yourself from recognizing them as your soulmate, even when they are right in front of you, waiting patiently for you to see, acknowledge, and embrace the connection. You may find that you are drawn to them in ways that defy logic, that your mind struggles to explain, that your heart recognizes before your rational thoughts can catch up, that you feel inexplicably protective, concerned, or caring toward them, and that their happiness, pain, or well-being affects your own emotional state profoundly, which is a hallmark of soul-level connection. Often, people are in relationships or friendships with their soulmate without ever realizing it because the connection manifests subtly through shared experiences, emotional resonance, or spiritual alignment rather than immediate romantic intensity, and the failure to recognize these signs results in missed opportunities for love, growth, and life-changing connection. If you pay attention to how often your thoughts wander to this person, how naturally you feel comfortable sharing your inner world, and how you sense that even in moments of silence there is communication, understanding, or energy exchange, you will start to notice the unmistakable signs that your soulmate is not someone you are waiting for in the future but someone who has already entered your life and is perhaps waiting for you to fully open your heart, let go of doubts, past fears, or preconceived notions, and recognize the divine orchestration that brought them to you. A soulmate may challenge you, they may push you out of your comfort zone, they may provoke your deepest emotions, but all of this is designed to awaken the parts of you that need transformation, to teach lessons that only they can teach, to help you grow into the version of yourself that is ready to experience unconditional love and connection on a soul level. Often, these lessons come disguised as conflict, misunderstanding, or tension, and the moment you start to resist or ignore these experiences, you block the recognition of the soulmate energy, making it seem like they are just another person in your life rather than the mirror of your soul that they truly are. The signs are everywhere if you look closely: the way your intuition signals their presence, the way your body reacts in their proximity, the way conversations flow seamlessly, and the sense of peace that washes over you when you are around them. It is not always fireworks or dramatic moments, often, it is quiet, subtle, and consistent, the feeling that you have found someone who truly sees you, someone who instinctively understands your unspoken words, someone whose energy resonates with your own in a way that feels timeless, eternal, and unbreakable. You may even notice that your dreams, fantasies, or subconscious thoughts include them, that your mind drifts toward them during moments of reflection, and that even when you are apart, you feel a connection that transcends space and time, a magnetic pull that continually draws you back toward each other. Ignoring these signs may come from fear, past heartbreak, self-doubt, or societal conditioning that tells you love must look a certain way, must arrive in a particular form, or must follow a prescribed timeline, but soulmates rarely arrive in ways that fit neatly into our expectations. They often arrive disguised as friends, colleagues, or even challenging acquaintances, bringing lessons, growth, and connection that is far deeper than surface-level attraction. Recognizing your soulmate requires vulnerability, awareness, and courage, a willingness to feel deeply, to trust your intuition, to acknowledge the subtle synchronicities, and to accept the mirror they provide, the mirror that reflects both your light and your shadows, because only by embracing both can the soulmate connection fully unfold. If you take a moment to reflect on the people in your life who evoke a sense of peace, familiarity, intuition, and alignment, you may start to identify the one whose presence has been consistent, whose energy has been attuned to yours in a way that defies explanation, and whose influence in your life has been transformative even if you did not notice it consciously. This person may not yet be in a romantic relationship with you, or perhaps they already are, but the essence of a soulmate is not confined to romance. It is about recognition, alignment, growth, and the undeniable pull of souls that are destined to intersect, a connection that shapes your life, your choices, and your understanding of love in ways that are profound, subtle, and eternal. To ignore these signs is to ignore destiny itself, to overlook the messages that the universe, fate, and your own soul are continuously sending to guide you toward a love that is meant to be, a connection that is soul deep, and a partnership that transcends the limitations of time, circumstance, and logic, reminding you that the one you have been searching for may already be walking beside you, talking with you, laughing with you, and waiting for you to finally see them for who they truly are. The awareness of your soulmate's presence is a gift, a call to awaken, to listen deeply, to observe carefully, and to trust the subtle signals that your heart, mind, and spirit have been sending all along, because once you recognize them, the journey of your life, your love, and your soul's evolution shifts, transforms, and aligns in ways that cannot be described in words but can only be felt, experienced, and lived fully. You may feel compelled to reflect on your daily interactions, the people who consistently bring joy, challenge, growth, or insight into your life, and realize that these are not coincidences but signposts guiding you to the recognition of your soulmate, someone who has been in your life long before you knew to look, waiting patiently for you to awaken to the connection that has always existed and will continue to deepen as you open your heart, release resistance, and embrace the profound, transformative, and undeniable truth that love on a soul level has already found you even if you have not yet fully found it within yourself. As you continue to reflect on your life, you may start noticing patterns, moments, and interactions that seem to repeat in ways that cannot be mere coincidence, the way your paths cross at unexpected times, the way their presence lingers in your thoughts even when you are busy with work, friends, or daily responsibilities, the way memories of them seem to appear spontaneously, triggering emotions that feel both comforting and unsettling, the way your body reacts when you hear their name, see their face, or even think about them, because soul-level connections are not just emotional, they are energetic, visceral, and instinctual, speaking to a part of you that goes beyond conscious thought, a part of you that recognizes familiarity, resonance, and alignment at a level words cannot fully capture, and the more you pay attention to these subtle signals, the clearer it becomes that the person you have been dismissing, overlooking, or underestimating has been quietly waiting, guiding, and shaping your journey from behind the scenes. You might begin to notice that this person seems to understand your moods without explanation, that they intuitively know when you are struggling, and that their words, actions, or mere presence has the uncanny ability to soothe, inspire, or awaken a deeper sense of self-awareness, because a soulmate connection transcends surface-level interaction, connecting two beings in ways that ripple across mind, body, and spirit, fostering growth, healing, and alignment in ways that feel inevitable and timeless. Often, you may find that their influence in your life is subtle yet profound, manifesting in gentle nudges toward better decisions, greater self-understanding, or moments of clarity that feel as though the universe is conspiring through their presence to align you with your highest path, and the challenge is not in recognizing them as a positive force, but in acknowledging that this connection exists and accepting the responsibility and vulnerability that comes with embracing it fully. A soulmate may also challenge your fears, insecurities, and limiting beliefs, acting as a mirror that reflects both your light and shadows, highlighting areas of growth that cannot be ignored if you wish to fully experience the depth of this connection, because love on a soul level is not just about comfort and companionship, it is about transformation, awakening, and learning to navigate life with authenticity, courage, and openness. The signs you might be ignoring include the moments where you feel an inexplicable pull toward them, moments where chance encounters or seemingly mundane interactions leave a lasting impression, moments where their presence seems to coincide with your most significant life events, and moments where your intuition repeatedly nudges you to pay attention, to act, or to simply notice. Because these repeated patterns are not random but part of a greater design that connects your soul to theirs. Sometimes, we fail to recognize our soulmate because we are conditioned to look for dramatic, cinematic, or stereotypical signs of love, expecting fireworks, grand gestures, or immediate romantic intensity, yet the soul-level connection is often quiet, patient, and understated, appearing in the form of friendship, mentorship, collaboration, or even gentle challenge, and if we do not cultivate awareness, we can easily dismiss it as ordinary, mundane, or coincidental. You may also notice that conversations with them feel effortless, like words flow without force, like laughter and silence coexist harmoniously, like understanding is instantaneous without explanation, and like time spent together leaves a lingering sense of fulfillment that cannot be attributed to mere social interaction, because a soulmate connection resonates beyond words, beyond logic, and beyond the visible, tapping into something eternal, sacred, and profoundly intimate within both of you. Recognizing a soulmate in your life requires introspection, mindfulness, and a willingness to be present to your own emotions, patterns, and intuitions, because ignoring these signs often stems from fear of vulnerability, fear of change, or fear of disrupting the status quo, yet embracing them opens the door to growth, alignment, and the unfolding of a love that is deep, transformative, and soul-satisfying. You may also start to observe that this person consistently shows up in ways that matter, even if small or unnoticed by others. That their actions reflect care, attentiveness, and understanding, that they intuitively support your growth and well-being, and that their presence aligns with your inner values, aspirations, and spiritual journey, all of which are unmistakable signs that they are more than just a passing acquaintance. They are someone whose energy is entwined with yours in a way that is purposeful, destined, and meaningful. Ignoring a soulmate often happens when we are preoccupied with external validation, distractions, or preconceived notions of what love should look like, yet the universe continuously provides hints, nudges, and synchronicities to guide us toward recognition, and the moment we attune ourselves to these subtle signals, we begin to see them not as coincidence, not as chance, but as an intentional and beautiful alignment, a reflection of a connection that has always been there, waiting for us to see it. There is a sense of inevitability that accompanies soulmate connections, a feeling that no matter the distance, circumstance, or time apart, the connection persists, evolves, and deepens, as if two souls have been journeying toward each other across lifetimes, preparing, learning, and growing in anticipation of the moment they finally recognize one another in this lifetime, and ignoring it only delays the awakening, the recognition, and the fulfillment that is meant to be. The awareness of a soulmate in your life is not about forcing attachment, ownership, or control. It is about alignment, recognition, presence, and trust in the process, allowing the connection to unfold naturally, supporting mutual growth, and being fully aware of the subtle but undeniable signs that point to a deeper, soul-level bond that goes beyond mere friendship, romance, or social interaction, connecting two people in ways that are transformative, healing, and eternal. You may find yourself revisiting memories, noticing patterns, or recalling moments where you felt inexplicably drawn to them, times when chance or circumstance seemed to align perfectly to bring you together, moments of serendipity, shared energy, or understanding that defy logic, yet these are not coincidences. They are breadcrumbs leading you to recognize the person whose soul has been intertwined with yours. And the more you honor these signs, the more you allow yourself to step fully into the connection that is already present in your life, waiting for you to embrace it. Paying attention to the subtle cues, the way your emotions shift in their presence, the way your thoughts frequently drift toward them, the way your dreams and reflections include them, reveals the undeniable truth that love, at its deepest level, is not something we find externally. It is something that is revealed to us through recognition, awareness, and alignment with the people who have been placed in our lives for a reason. And your soulmate may very well be someone you already know. Someone whose presence you have been taking for granted, someone whose energy, laughter, care, and resonance have been guiding you toward love all along, and all it takes is for you to notice, to acknowledge, and to allow the connection to flourish naturally. As you continue to become aware of the signs that your soulmate is already in your life, you may start noticing a deeper sense of recognition, a knowing that transcends explanation. As if your soul has been waiting for this connection and suddenly it becomes undeniable, a quiet but powerful understanding that goes beyond the superficial layers of friendship, romance, or casual acquaintance, because soul-level relationships exist on a frequency that ordinary relationships rarely reach, a frequency that resonates with your core being and reflects the deepest aspects of your personality, your values, your fears, and your dreams. You may find that even in moments of disagreement or tension, there is an underlying current of understanding, patience, and unconditional acceptance, a connection that reassures you that despite differences or conflicts, your bond is anchored in something eternal, something that is not swayed by temporary emotions or misunderstandings. And the recognition of this is often what separates a soulmate connection from ordinary relationships. The subtle signals continue to manifest in ways that are both astonishing and ordinary, a smile exchanged across a room that feels electric, a shared glance that communicates more than words ever could, an inexplicable feeling of peace or home when you are together, and the way life seems to conspire to keep you aligned, crossing paths again and again, reinforcing the truth that you are meant to play a significant role in each other's journey. You may begin to notice patterns that are undeniable, such as shared dreams, intuitive understanding, synchronized moods, and a feeling of mutual support that flows effortlessly, the kind of support that feels instinctive rather than forced, that arises from a recognition of shared soul energy, a connection that guides, heals, and strengthens without expectation or obligation, because soulmates are not just partners in love. They are mirrors, teachers, and co-creators in the journey of life, reflecting both your light and shadows, and nurturing growth in ways that challenge, inspire, and transform you simultaneously. Often, people fail to recognize their soulmate because they are conditioned to look for external markers of love, dramatic romance, or idealized versions of what love should be. Yet the true essence of a soulmate connection is subtle, patient, and often hidden in plain sight, manifesting through kindness, understanding, shared values, energy resonance, and a sense of timeless familiarity that defies logic but is felt deeply in every interaction, every thought, and every moment of shared presence. The signs may also appear in moments of intuition, when your heart or gut repeatedly guides you toward them, when you feel an unspoken pull, an unexplainable draw, a sense that being near them is natural, right, and inevitable, even when circumstances or logic suggest otherwise, and ignoring these inner nudges can keep you from fully experiencing the depth of connection that your soul recognizes as vital. You may notice that your conversations with them feel like they transcend time, flowing effortlessly, with laughter, silence, and understanding coexisting harmoniously, leaving a lasting imprint on your mind and spirit, the kind of imprint that stays with you long after the interaction ends, reminding you of the resonance that exists between your souls. Even mundane interactions can carry profound meaning, subtle lessons, or moments of growth, because soulmates teach through life itself, using experiences, challenges, joys, and even conflicts to strengthen bonds, awaken self-awareness, and align both individuals with their higher purpose. Another sign that is often overlooked is emotional synchronicity. The way your moods, energy, and thoughts align naturally, the way their happiness affects your own, the way their presence can lift your spirit, calm your anxiety, or provide clarity in moments of confusion, because soulmates share a connection that transcends mere friendship, tapping into empathy, intuition, and emotional resonance that feels almost telepathic. A bond that is subtle yet powerful and often unexplainable to those outside the connection. Ignoring these signs is often a result of fear of vulnerability, fear of the unknown, fear of change, or fear of disrupting familiar patterns, but the universe continuously provides hints, nudges, and synchronicities that cannot be ignored forever, reminding you that this connection is intentional, meaningful, and waiting for recognition, urging you to open your heart and embrace what is already present in your life. You may also notice that their presence encourages you to become a better version of yourself, that they inspire you to reflect, grow, and heal, not through criticism or force but through subtle guidance, support, and alignment, a gentle prompting that brings out the best in you. And this is another hallmark of a soulmate connection: the mutual drive toward personal evolution, spiritual growth, and life fulfillment that cannot be achieved alone. Furthermore, your interactions may carry a sense of inevitability, a feeling that no matter the distance, timing, or circumstances, your paths were always destined to intersect, that this is not random, and that the connection is a reflection of divine orchestration, destiny, or soul-level design, guiding you toward experiences, lessons, and alignment that shape both your lives in ways that go far beyond ordinary human understanding. In addition, you may find that they consistently appear at pivotal moments in your life, sometimes offering support, sometimes offering lessons, sometimes challenging you, and other times providing clarity or guidance, all of which contributes to the recognition that their presence is deliberate, meaningful, and connected to the greater purpose of your journey, a subtle yet undeniable confirmation that they are indeed your soulmate, someone who has been placed in your life to awaken, guide, and align you on a level that transcends ordinary understanding. Finally, as you open your awareness to these signs, reflect on the moments, the patterns, and the experiences that point to the presence of your soulmate, you begin to understand that recognition is not passive, it is active, conscious, and requires courage, self-reflection, and openness, because embracing a soulmate is not just about love or companionship, it is about awakening, healing, alignment, and stepping fully into the experience that your soul has been prepared for, a connection that is eternal, transformative, and already present in your life, waiting patiently for you to acknowledge, accept, and honor it fully, and the realization that your soulmate is already here, in your life, waiting for you to notice them, is one of the most profound awakenings you can experience, a recognition that shifts your perspective, deepens your understanding of love, and aligns your journey with destiny, purpose, and soul-level connection in ways that are both breathtaking and deeply fulfilling.